afternoon. My name is Amanda and welcome to The Den Creative. For today's pick a card reading, we are going to be figuring out what are your signs from the universe. And not only what are the signs you're getting from the universe, what do these signs mean? And this could be a sign from the universe, your spirit guides, God, the universe, whoever it is you call upon. This is a sign. These signs are from them. These signs could look like pennies you find, butterflies, repeating numbers, lights flickering on and off. I mean, the different signs that Spirit sends us are endless. But we're going to go ahead and figure out what signs you can be on the lookout for, or which signs you've already been experiencing and what they mean. So if you're new to pick a card readings, I just ask that you close your eyes, take a couple of deep breaths, and try to center your energy and focus in on piles number 1, 2, 3, or 4. And if more than one pile calls out to you, there may be messages in each pile for you. Once you've selected your pile or piles, you can go ahead and check the description box below for the timestamps, and I also try to pin them as the top comment. And please remember, these are general readings, so only take the information that resonates with you and leave the rest behind. Now, without delaying this any further, I'm going to give you a moment to meditate on the cards, and I will see you over at your reading. Alright, group number 1. So let's go ahead and find out what signs the universe is sending you and what do these signs mean. And I just wanted to apologize in advance. We do have a snowplow out on our road right now. We really got dumped on with some snow last night, so they will be out working and their backup beeping and all of that. So please try to tune that out if you can hear it. Hopefully you can't hear it, but we're going to go ahead and get into this. So what signs are the universe sending you and what do they mean? And we're going to go ahead and just start with your tarot card because I really like to get a kind of an overall feel of your energy, where you're at the time of your reading here. And this is going to help us as a springboard pretty much to figure out what Spirit is trying to tell you. So with the 10 of Inspiration here, or the 10 of Wands, it just lets me know that you guys are feeling really burdened right now, or maybe that you have a lot of responsibilities, a lot of weight on your shoulders. Maybe you're taking on too many activities or too many projects, or saying yes to too many people. That's for one specific person. You just keep saying yes to everybody when you really are already really stretched thin. But what I think Spirit wants you to know is that it's okay for you to seek help and, say no. If you can't actually do something, let someone know, I've got all this other stuff going on. I can't do it. And you don't even have to qualify it with an excuse. You can just let them know, no thank you. That should be enough. Saying no or no thank you should be enough, but many times in our society we feel like we have to qualify it with an excuse of some sort. And an excuse isn't just like, oh, it's an excuse so I don't have to do this. It's we legit need a reason to get out of this because we are so burdened. But the no or the no thank you should be enough. But Spirit wants you to know they are sending you many signs to help you find ways of asking for help or seeking help. And they want you to know that they themselves are available for help at any moment that you are needing them. All you need to do is ask or call on them, and they will be right there to help you. But what I'm really seeing in this 10 of Inspiration is the fact that you are coming to the end of a cycle as far as being so overburdened. Things are gonna lighten up for you guys coming up. And here on the card, we have some bulls, like, cows, bulls. We got some bulls and they're carrying these pitchers of water up the hill here. So really what I'm wanting to let you know is Taurus, wherever Taurus falls in your chart, that's going to be a really lucky place for you to be looking. Say you're an Aries ascendant, then Taurus would be your second house. And there is some luck coming to you in your second house. So wherever Taurus is falling in your personal chart, it's going to be different for each of you because we all have different charts. Go ahead and look that up. And also, because Venus rules Taurus, you can also look where Venus is. And also where Venus is transiting in your chart will be pretty important. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some more information. What are these signs, and what are these signs trying to tell you that the universe is sending to you? and you guys get to be my slightly wonky pile because you had an extra numerology card pop out. So this looks a little asymmetrical, but we're just going to pretend that it's some sort of art installation instead of really focusing on how unbalanced this looks. But this might be an additional message, a sign they're sending you that you're very out of balance with all the different jugs of water you're trying to juggle up the hill. And they want you to know, too, what I'm really getting is you're going to be getting some information in your dreams about ways you can really lighten your load, or you're just going to come to a realization that there are certain projects in your life that just don't really need your time and attention right now. And it's not that you'll never come back to these projects, but now just may not be the time with, you know, if you're watching this at the time of my posting, we are still in the last part of 2020. So it's been quite a year for many people. And if you haven't gotten done all the things you set out to do in early 2020, don't beat yourself up. That's what Spirit wants you to know, is that there's pretty much no one on this planet that has accomplished everything they set out to in 2020. I mean, there are, of course, exceptions to that, but for the most part, a lot of people had to hermit themselves at home, and, you know, there's just a lot going on. It's 2020. But what I'm really being drawn to is, with this love card, we have a number 33, and then also on the communication card, we have another 33. Master number 33. You have, you know, guides and angels. Those are your support team. They are with you. And the number 33 may be your life path number, or maybe you're going to be seeing a lot of 33s on the clock. License plates, just out and about. The number 33, I just saw someone whose child is in like basketball or some sort of sport, and their child's going to be jersey number 33. But yes, these numbers, look up what angel number 33 means. When you're done here, go ahead and Google what that means, because that's going to be an additional message they're trying to send to you. And because you have the communication card, Spirit is trying to communicate with you multiple times a day. And I feel because you're so busy, you're so overworked, you're so overburdened, that maybe you're missing some of these signs, and that's why you decided to click on this video. Now you'll know what to look for. Even if you're continuing to be busy, you'll be more alert to the signs that Spirit is sending you. And not only did you get 2 number 33s, you got 2 love cards, love and love. So this is really cool too, because it says here, your relationship with yourself and others needs reassessing. Open to love others by unblocking negativity. Embrace love without fear. Make it unconditional. And also, why this ties so beautifully with this love card as well is it's a number 6. That number of 6 is the number of unconditional love, that motherly love, that fierce love a mother has for her child, that, you know, no matter what this person does, they can do no wrong. And that's the kind of love the universe, God, your angels, your guides have for you. And they want you to be reminded of that, because a lot of times you just feel, you know, that song, The Black Eyed Peas, Where is the Love, just popped into my head. Maybe you're wondering, where is the love? I don't feel loved. I don't feel or see love out in the world, and it just feels so dire. And what I think is great about, you know, finally coming to that wit's end, that 10 of Wands energy, is that you come to a point of surrender, which is a very hard and burdensome time when you find yourself in that state right before you surrender. But when you just let go, when you just surrender, there's a sense of peace that overcomes you. And the signs they're trying to send you, we have another number here, a 91. 9 plus 1 is 10, a new beginning. A number 1 is a new beginning. So when you can, you know, figure out what all this is that's going on in this overburdened, overworked part of what you're doing in your life, when you can surrender and, you know, release the projects, like I said, that just it's not time for them, back burner some things, really focus on your priorities. And when you kind of get a handle on life again, you're going to have a new beginning, where if you had been so overworked, you may not have seen this opportunity coming your way. And that's why it's like, lay down those wands, the 10 of Wands, you're overburdened, lay them down, surrender, because there's some really good stuff coming. Then we have the Silver card, which is a card all about goddess energy and insight. So the color silver may be playing a really important role for you guys coming up. Maybe you are purchasing a silver vehicle, or you are dyeing your hair silver, or you're just seeing the color silver a lot. But to me, the color silver really is that almost soul star chakra color, and it's very pure. It's almost white, but it's got some metallic color added in there. It's a little pop of fun. So for me, this is saying that you guys are really getting insight through your intuition. And the color silver is just going to really play a beautiful role in your life. And you're going to be stepping into that inner goddess energy coming up. So with the Bethany card, it says, when you take excellent care of yourself, everybody benefits. Give yourself a relaxing treat today, such as a massage, sea salt bath, or pedicure. So for me, part of stepping into this goddess energy is you taking that leap into self-care, because especially with this 10 of Wands energy going on, it feels to me like you've put yourself last on that to-do list, or on the list of, quality time. I don't think you've put much quality time into yourself. And this is these signs that your guides are in the universe. If I could talk, I'm like, so much information's pouring in right now. I apologize, you guys. But what I'm really seeing is your guides want you to know that you are soon going to have enough time in your day to put yourself first. That's really what I'm seeing most. And this unconditional love is something you're going to be experiencing more and more of coming up. And another sign I do see with the Dolphin card is, stuff regarding the ocean or sea life. Dolphins, whales, seashells, starfishes. You're going to be, maybe you're wanting to go on a trip that's a more tropical vacation, and you're just like dreaming about, even in your dream state, dreaming about going somewhere tropical. And, the dolphins, they to me represent cosmic consciousness, because they are not native to this planet. Many speculate that the dolphins and whales were brought to this earth from the planet Sirius, or the star Sirius. So for me, this is just validating that you're going to be getting otherworldly or off-world communication from your guides, from maybe even other soul family members incarnated other places, which you'll really be getting this information through your dream state. But when the Dolphin card pops up, that's that breath card, reminder to ground yourself in the present moment and really connect with your breath. So when you see a dolphin symbolism somewhere out in the world, maybe you're scrolling TV shows and you come across a program on dolphins, this is going to be a reminder to ground yourself in the present moment and really connect with your breath and take a deep breath. Especially if you're feeling overburdened, your breath is going to help you navigate those waters and lead you to surrender. But then with the Dolphin card, it's also representative of sacred geometry. And right on here with the Maya card, we have sacred geometry. So you may be having dreams about sacred geometry. There's sacred geometry all over this. Or maybe you are just thinking about it a lot, or you're seeing beautiful sacred geometric shapes and patterns on clothing that people are wearing when you go to the store, or just somebody's business logo that might lead you to help in knowing how to surrender. Is someone's logo may have some beautiful geometric shapes on it. They're really sending you a lot of numbers. We've got 6 on the board, we've got 2 33s, we've got 91. So you may be seeing these numbers. And then another thing with Maya, whenever I hear the name Maya or the word Maya, I'm reminded of illusion. Maya is illusion. So you guys are seeing with your insight through illusions, and the signs that Spirit or the universe is sending to you are letting you know that you are really getting the real information and seeing through the illusion of what's going on. But I didn't really touch too much on what communication means, besides just that your guides and angels are going to be communicating with you. But when you see the number 33 out in the wild on a license plate or on the clock, just remind yourself, whatever it is you're thinking in that moment, it feels to me like they want you to communicate your thoughts out to who's with you. So if you're really, if you're with your mom, let's say, and you're thinking about your grandmother who passed away, in that moment when you see the 33, whatever it is you're thinking about your grandmother, maybe share it with your mom. Maybe it's something that's really going to brighten her day. That's just an example. You can take that however it resonates, but that I just saw that so clearly in my head that might be happening for somebody. But going back to the Maya card, it says, schooling, study, and education help your life's purpose and personal growth at this time. The angels will guide you and help you with this process. So for some of you, you may feel overburdened in your job and you're just really wanting to go a different route in your career. And for some of you, that may be looking like going back to school. But if you're already overburdened at work and you've got your personal life and all these other things, you're thinking maybe, how can I even think about adding school to the mix of this just cluster of things I have going on? Well, for some of you, this may look like stepping down your hours or just cutting back at the job you're at and then starting school. But they want you to know at any given time not to overburden yourself, not to overwork yourself. But they do say, if you're at the end of a cycle, if you're at the end of schooling for some of you, maybe you're really overburdened because you're trying to wrap up that last semester of college or, your thesis or something like that. They're letting you know if you're really feeling overburdened and you just want to lay down those wands and surrender. If you're almost to the finish, they're saying keep going, keep going, keep going, because it'll only last a little bit longer and then you'll be finished, and then you can have that state of surrender that will overtake you in such a good way. So if you're almost at the end, they're saying don't quit. But that's more of a 9 of Wands energy than a 10 of Wands. But I felt like for those of you who are on the precipice of finishing something, keep going. I just really want you to know that. That's your guides, your angels, the universe want you to know if you're almost at the end of that cycle, keep going. But if you feel like, okay, this is it, I'm done, then of course surrender and have that new beginning that's waiting for you. So another sign I see that you might be seeing out in the wild is a couple of angel wings. Maybe you're getting feathers. Maybe you're having dreams about angels. Maybe you are shopping and you see an angel figurine in the store. It's going to be different for each of you, but I'm just going to let you guys know what I see. And then also whenever I draw this card, I look at the little prints and patterns here on this, and it really reminds me of a quilt. So there may be significance with a quilt for somebody. Maybe you're picking up quilting and learning how to do quilting, or it's a long buried hobby that you're reviving over this next couple of weeks or months. Or you just may be gifted a beautiful quilt for Christmas or your birthday or something like that. Okay, you guys, so that's all I'm seeing for you. But you will have to let me know below if you've been already getting some of these signs from the universe, or if you're going to be on the lookout for them. Just go ahead and let me know if it resonated and what you thought. And as always, you guys, thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really, truly do hope to see you back at the Den Creative. All right, bye. All right, group number 2, so let's go ahead and find out what signs the universe is sending you. And not only that, but what do these signs mean? Okay, and we're just going to go ahead and start with the tarot card to really get a feel of your energy and where you're at before we really dive into what the signs are. So you guys have the 3 of Emotions or the 3 of Cups. So for me, this is all about friendship and joy and celebration and having fun with those you love. But I'm also getting vibes of collaboration, really working together with somebody, and also searching out your soul family or really building some deep friendships. And these don't always just have to be friendships that you have in your personal life. I think for many of you, this is friendships you've made with people online that you've never met in person. But this is going to be a validation for you that some of these people you're meeting online are your actual soul family members. And you guys all incarnated at this time to make the world a better place. And another thing I get reminded of with the 3 of Cups is like the mother, the maiden, and the crone energy. So you may really be getting a lot of moon symbolism or feminine energy, divine feminine symbolism coming up. But for me, usually that is represented. An easy way to represent that would be through the moon phases. Maybe you're seeing the moon on billboards. Maybe you're seeing the moon printed on clothing. It's just you're going to be seeing a lot of the moon. Maybe the moon is really bright and you're able to see it with your own eyes when you go outside in the evening time or the night. And it's just going to be a way for you to be able to connect with the universe. They're sending you symbols of the moon. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some more information about the signs that they're sending you and what the heck do these signs mean. Okay, so paired up with what we were already talking about, we now have the connection card. It says here, we are all connected by a universal sea of energy. All that you think and do will have an effect on the world. Reach out and connect with the world around you through love. And wow, that to me is really going back to that soul family connection we were talking about. And with connection and this spider web kind of thing that's going around the world here, that's reminding me of the internet or the World Wide Web. So the internet and being able to communicate with people on the internet is really going to be very important coming up for you. And I just heard that someone you're communicating with through some sort of messenger or text message is going to give you the information you seek, but they're not even going to be like really addressing you. They're just going to be talking about something else going on in their life, and it's going to spark something for you to help you be able to solve a problem or kind of a little dilemma you have going on in your life. And when I see the spider web too, I'm also being reminded of creativity, because the spider symbolizes creativity. So you may be seeing a spider in your bathtub, or a spider that has come in your house to surprise you, but this is not for you to be afraid, especially if you are afraid of spiders. This is spirit letting you know that you are in control of your life, and because that spider is that creative energy. It's a sign about creation. So the spider is letting you know you are creative. You can be a co-creator in your life, and if there's any dilemmas or problems you have, you can create a solution and create something really beautiful. And then as I'm saying creation, 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 I'm looking over here to the kitchen card, and it says here creation. So creating something, whether you're wanting to create a child, create a home, create a family, create a project, it's going to be key for you guys coming up. So you may hear the word create or creation or creativity a lot coming up. Or maybe someone will tell you that you're very creative. It's a word I love. It's in the Done Creative, which is the name of my channel. So this just may be a sign from me, the Done Creative, to let you know to be working on your creative projects or creating something new in your life or something really beautiful in your life that maybe you've put on the back burner. And then with the connection card, that number 52 we have here adds up to a 7. And we also have the number 77 with the spirituality card. So you may be seeing 777 or 77 or lots of sevens. Maybe you are a life path 7. But there's a very spiritual turn that your life is taking. If you're not already on a spiritual path, it's going to feel very sudden. But if you're already on that spiritual path or on a spiritual journey, this is just going to feel like the next evolutionary step in your spiritual process or your spiritual practice. And you may be getting a lot of people coming to you for advice is really what I'm seeing. And you may be like, why are they asking me about that? How do they know that I know about that when it's not something you talk about? Maybe you are still in that spiritual closet, so to speak, but somehow, some way, your light is still shining, and certain people are really picking up on that more spiritual light that you are emitting and coming to you for spiritual guidance of some sort. Maybe you yourself already are a spiritual teacher, or you're doing something similar to what I'm doing here with pick-a-card readings, or you have a YouTube channel or some sort of platform where you're speaking about more mystical or spiritual topics. But then with the past life card, this is a card all about gifts and like a life review, reviewing your life in the past, reviewing what's gone on in the past in this life. But we've got a little, what looks like a treasure box here. I don't know if you can see it so well. But what's funny is there's another crescent moon going on that treasure box. So we also have a little, I think that would be something in the middle of that with angel wings on either side. But the moon symbolism is pretty strong for you guys. in this reading. So there's something about the moon, or a time when the moon is maybe transiting your ascendant or your own personal moon sign. When it comes home to your personal moon sign, that could be a really important time in your life coming up. But there's something you need to review. These signs are coming up for you to review, because it feels to me like there's something going on from your past that's leaking into your present moment that needs healed. And as I say healed, I really am drawn back up to this card here, forgiveness. So there's something in your life you need to forgive, and I think for many of you, this is yourself. Forgiving yourself for whatever you may have done or not done the right way. And also some of you are forgiving a love partner or a spouse or someone really close to you in a very spiritual way, someone you have really deep conversations with. This could be a parent or a child or a friend or a significant other. But with the number 96 here, 9 plus 6 is 15, 1 plus 5 is 6. So that is that unconditional love coming back in. This has kind of been a theme for the first two piles, but there's this sense of unconditional love, and your guides want you to know they are with you in the time while you're healing and making the next steps and evolving in your spiritual path. They are with you, and you can call on them to help you, because a lot of times we think we have to do things alone, but we absolutely don't. Our guides and angels are like sitting there like, call me in, take me in, I'm so excited, I'm ready to do this. And a lot of times I won't say they're disappointed, but they're just kind of sitting on the sidelines like, oh, take me in, I want to help. But they can't interfere in our free will, so we have to ask them for help. So go ahead and do that right now. If there's a problem or a dilemma in your life that you need help with, someone or something you need forgiveness surrounding, or just something from your past that needs healed in some way, you can ask your guides and angels to step in and show you the signs and show you the way to be able to heal this. And then I'm being drawn back over to the kitchen card. So there's something that's going to happen or occur in your kitchen that may feel like some sort of supernatural event. Maybe your lights flicker or dim, or a bird hits your window in the kitchen, or there's some sort of sign. Maybe you are up late at night letting your dog out or something, and you're in your kitchen and you see a shadow figure or something. And I'm not saying this to scare anyone, so if that type of stuff scares you, please know that your guides and angels won't put that kind of sign out in the world if you say, or if they even just know that type of stuff scares you. They won't do that kind of thing to you. But if this is something you're open to, let's just put that out there. If this is something you're open to, they may show you stuff that's just beyond the veil, or allow you to witness and experience some sort of supernatural activity, or activity that is, beyond the senses that most possess. So now I'm being drawn down to the Daniel card. It says, I am the angel of marriage, and I am assisting you right now. So especially to those of you who are really going through tough times in your relationship with your significant other, married or not, because to me, when you make a committed relationship, that is a sort of marriage of sorts. Marriage is really just a piece of paper. So if you feel physically connected and emotionally and spiritually connected to someone, to me, that is considered a spiritual type of marriage. So if you're having problems in that department, or you're someone who's single and just really wishing that you could have a love partner, the guides and angels are letting you know that they are assisting you right now to bring that person into your life, and not to get dejected that this isn't happening sooner, because it's all happening in divine timing is what I'm hearing. So again, more symbolism I'm seeing is we have angel wings here, we have angel wings here, and we also have this halo here, which reminds me of a ring. So for some of you with this marriage card, there may be an engagement on the horizon, or a wedding on the horizon for you, or coming up very soon, or just committing to yourself. That ring can be a symbol of commitment to yourself. And I just saw someone bending down and picking up a ring. Maybe you have lost a ring that meant a lot to you. And for someone, you may actually find it somewhere in your kitchen. That just came out. But for others of you, maybe you're out and about and you're in a parking lot and you find a ring. And you may even find it's a very expensive ring or something that, you know, whoever lost this ring is probably just sick with worry that they lost this ring because it meant a lot to them. And if you turn this in, you could really help somebody that lost their ring, and they would just feel so grateful to you. But just know, if you just see a lot of like advertisements for rings, or you decide to start wearing more jewelry, this is a sign that the universe is sending you to let you know that they are with you, and that the commitment that needs to be made in your life is mostly to yourself. And from there, you can be able to commit to a love partner or to friendships and all of the other relationships in your life. But I wanted to touch one more time on this gifts card. With you seeing some possible supernatural stuff, your guides and your angels think, for many of you with this spirituality card, you are ready to be able to see farther beyond the veil than you've ever seen before. So you may have more of your innate spiritual gifts coming online, your clairvoyance, your clairaudience, your clairsentience. Many of you are going to start being able to communicate with your crossed over loved ones or other people's crossed over loved ones. Someone is becoming a medium. Even if you already are someone who communicates that way, this link that you have to the other side is just going to get stronger and clearer, is what I'm seeing and hearing. Okay, you guys, so, one more thing standing out right as I was about to wrap this up. This kitchen towel, this little dish towel hanging here on the stove, there may be something about a dish towel. Maybe you are out shopping for new dish towels or kitchen towels, or you're coming across one that you thought you had lost. It's somewhere in your laundry room or something. I don't know. There's some sign they're sending you about a kitchen towel. But what that symbolizes for me is the fact that you're cleaning up your own messes. You are getting down and healing things from your past. You are working on forgiveness and cleaning up your own life. So for somebody, that actually could be cleaning up and getting sober from drugs or alcohol, or, you know, just cleaning up your diet, because it is a kitchen card. Cleaning up the way that you eat and your health is going to be key for many of you guys moving forward as well. Okay, so now So we also, with this crystal card, it says here, have faith and hope, because there is something positive and new on the horizon that you can't see yet. So for some of you, you know, this thing I was talking about with these gifts, you're going to start seeing beyond what you've been able to see up to this point. But for others of you, just keeping that positive mindset, that halo or those wings that are being sent to you through symbols and signs are actually going to let you let you know that something positive is on the horizon. You just can't quite see it yet. And something to do with the moon cycle, when the moon is transiting a specific place in your chart, is really when this is going to pop off for you, and you're going to really start seeing that positive thing, that new beginning that many people are seeking at this time on the horizon. And it's going to be there. It's not just going to be on the horizon, it's going to be right in front of you. So remember, we have a lot of sevens. We have 52, we have 77, and 52 is a 7. We have 96, or adding that up to a 15, adding that down to a 6. So some of these numbers are going to be really important for you guys coming up. You're going to be seeing them a lot. So just that reminder that those numbers are out there for you. Okay, you guys, I think that's all I'm seeing for you, but you will have to let me know below what you thought, if this resonated, if you're already seeing some of these signs, or if you're excited to maybe get some of the more supernatural communication from beyond the veil. But as always, you guys, thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really, truly do hope to see you back at the Done Creative. All right, bye. All right, group number 3, let's go ahead and find out what signs or symbols the universe is sending you, and just what the heck do these signs and symbols mean. And we're going to go ahead and start with your tarot card and then get additional guidance from the oracle cards. So you have the Muse of Emotions, or the King of Cups, as it's called in many other decks. So this is a king all about compassion and joy, and having that freedom to actually feel the emotions that you have coming up, because trying to, you know, be a hero and not cry and tamp down your emotions, that is not healthy. And I think many of you may have really just been struggling to get through something going on in your life. And this is just letting you know that coming up, You're going to be able to actually feel your emotions and allow yourself to really heal from something that's been going on in your past. And you'll feel that freedom to feel. Not like you have to go hide away to feel your feelings, but that you can just express your feelings right where you're at, wherever you're at, whoever's around. This is also a card about feeling very blissful and even getting a lot of information in meditations. So if you guys are someone who meditates, this is a great time to be meditating, because your guides, your angels, the universe are sending you a lot of information and things that are really going to help your life. And I feel like many of you, much like group number 1, may have been feeling really overburdened, but there's this sense of inner calm that is coming when you can balance your emotions. You can allow yourself to feel your emotions and, just not tamp them down, but to feel them and to heal them and release what's not serving you. And also, when this card comes up, you will really be experiencing getting really in touch with those inner desires, inner dreams. So what this is saying to me is that many of you may have just really been going through the motions in a lot of different areas in your life. Maybe not every area of your life, but a lot of different areas of your life. You're kind of on autopilot or just really going through the motions. Maybe you're really moody and stuff, but this is letting you know that there's a better way, there's a different way coming up for you guys. And Spirit is actually helping you navigate these emotions that you need to feel to get on the other side, to be able to really feel that fire burning within and just to be able to feel what's going on. And for many of you, this feeling that you're doing, this feeling and healing you're doing, could be channeled into some really beautiful creative projects. So if you're going through a hard time in life, you could really channel this into a novel or a painting or just some sort of design that you're creating. Anything creative, you can channel your emotions and your feelings into to make a really neat creative project. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some information about what these signs are and what they're trying to tell you. Alright, so right below this King of Cups or Muse of Emotions card, we have Transformation, which this makes total sense to me. You're really utilizing your feelings, your clairsentience, your emotions, your feelings. You're using those to feel out what's next for you and what's going on in your inner environment. So with the Transformation card, it says, commit to acting on new ideas and longings. Take a leap of faith. Begin again. So usually this card will come up during or after an ending of a cycle or an ending of a relationship or an ending of a job or some sort of pretty significant ending in your life. Maybe you have recently lost a loved one, whether through deciding not to communicate with them anymore, or maybe you recently or in the last year or so lost someone, they passed away, and that maybe has acted as a catalyst for your emotions, for you to be able to dig up all those repressed emotions, to be able to feel them, to heal them, to release them. But there is a transformation taking place in your life, and it's a transformation for the better. You're making yourself better. You're just really working out the kinks and getting down to business coming up. So if you still feel like you're stuck and you can't get through your emotions and everything just feels heavy and you don't really have much passion for anything in your life, just know coming up, you're going to start having that beautiful passion. You're going to start feeling through those emotions to get on the other side of that grief or that pain that you've been feeling. And one of the big symbols they're going to be sending you with transformation is, of course, a butterfly. But we also have a couple of falling leaves here. So this is a timeless reading. So whenever you're watching this, maybe it's a dead of winter and there aren't a lot of leaves out, but maybe you somehow, some way find a dried leaf on the floorboard of your car or something. Just know that that sign was sent to you from Spirit to remind you that you are doing the work, you are getting through it, you are getting to the other side of that emotion. But the best way to get through your emotions is to feel them, not to try to talk yourself out of them or to try to push them down, but to go through them, feel them, allow them to even to overtake you. Of course, make sure you're in a safe place and a place where you can be vulnerable. Allow those emotions to overtake you, because they can then run through you and out of you, and they won't be stifling you anymore. That's really what I'm hearing. But this card is about new beginnings. And then we have the number 28 here. 2 plus 8 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. New beginning. So yes, there is a new beginning. So you may be seeing a lot of 111, 1111, the number 28. You may have been born on the 28th of the month, or it may be a lucky number for you. I personally, my birthday is April 28th, so the number 28 really holds a lot of significance for me. But you may be seeing this number, or having I just see ordering some food somewhere and you see on your ticket that you're number 28, order number 28 or something like that. So then we have the number 4 here, perseverance. And when 4s pop up, I'm reminded that you are now building a stable foundation, and you're not doing it alone. You're doing it with the help of your guides and your angels. They are reminding you with that number 4 that they have your back. And they are in numbers. Like, there are lots of your guides and your angels really stepping forward at this time to help you through this difficult time, or to get on the other side of some difficult emotions that if you feel like, well, everything's been going okay, maybe there are just some difficult emotions you're going to have coming up. And I don't feel it's a result of anything that's happening in the near future that's going to cause those emotions. It's just they're repressed from years ago or weeks or months ago, and they're finally coming up to be dealt with, is really what I'm seeing. But with the perseverance, this is just letting you know you have the strength to carry on. You can get through this, whatever this is going on for you. I just see someone here that's got a big work project that it's really been stressing them out and affecting their emotions. So this is that card reminding you that you can call on your guides and angels, because they are there. They need your help, or they need your permission to help, is really what I meant to say. They need your permission to step in and do things on your behalf. So you need to ask them, you need to call them in, and they will be right there. And we also have some little fish and starfish and stuff. So you may be seeing fish. Maybe you are just seeing symbolism of fish everywhere, or a fish bumper sticker or something like that. But when you see a fish, you'll just be reminded that your guides are with you. They are supporting you, and they are cheering you on and urging you to keep moving forward. So then with the Archangel Michael card, it says here, I am with you, giving you the courage to make life changes that will help you work on your divine life purpose. Archangel Michael is with you guys right now to help you transform, or to help you through this transformation. And I think it's beautiful that he is stepping in, because he is that warrior angel. So for me, it's like, whatever it is you're trying to get through is something very difficult, especially in the emotions department. It's very emotionally difficult. And Archangel Michael wants you to be able to call on him and lean on him for that support, to be able to have that courage and that perseverance to make the changes you need to make in your life. And then we have the yellow card, and this is a card, that solar plexus chakra, flexibility and being adaptable, and really tapping into that courage and that personal power, because many of us, and I think you guys are included in that, have given a lot of your personal power away. And maybe these feelings that you've repressed, or just that you can't really deal with, are because you don't feel that you are very powerful. You may feel very helpless or weak at times, or just moody and kind of almost pushing people away. But coming up, you're going to be bringing people back to you and allowing people to step in and help on your behalf. But it's not to give them your power. It's you reclaiming your power and realizing that you need help. So for some of you, she is drinking from something here. Maybe some of you are dealing with an addiction, because the cups, I mean, that is that Pisces energy, that water energy. Maybe you are dealing with an addiction. Maybe you're trying to escape your life, some sort of escapism. And addiction doesn't always have to be like drugs or alcohol. It can be food, it can be sex, it can be scrolling social media. I mean, the addictions are endless on this planet, but there's something coming up for you guys where you're going to really be seeing and knowing that you can tap back into your own personal power and reclaim your power back for yourself. But the color yellow is going to be really significant. Maybe you meet someone and they're wearing a bright yellow shirt, and it's like almost that nod from the universe letting you know, we sent you this person, this friend, this soul family member into your life, and you're just going to know. And the color yellow is really going to play a role. Maybe you're going to be seeing a lot of yellow cars driving around, or maybe you're shopping for a home and you see that it has a yellow door, or it's yellow, like I see more of a lighter yellow than a dark yellow exterior, but and I also am seeing more of an olive green colored home with a bright yellow door, which seems kind of like a weird combo, but that's what Spirit is showing me right now. So take that as you will. And then I also see someone who's renting out a storage unit because they're moving or they're traveling or something, and the storage unit doors are all bright yellow. That very, very random, but very specific for, I think, just 1 or 2 people. But then with the number 67 up here, 6 plus 7 is 13, 1 plus 3 is 4. You guys have another 4, so 4, 4. You may be seeing 44, 144, 1144, all over the place. Or the number 67 may also be very relevant or important to you in your life. But the fact that this says physical activity, when we are feeling really emotional, a really good way to get those emotions flowing and to be able to feel them is to do something as simple as rocking back and forth, or tapping your foot, or getting up and doing some yoga, or some, kickboxing, or just something, taking a walk, taking a run. Because when our emotions are flowing, a good way to get them to flow out faster and to really immerse yourself in them is to be physical. Get some physical activity going, because it's really going to help you move through these emotions coming up. And you may even, with the physical activity card, a gym, or seeing a lot, or getting a lot of advertisements for joining a gym that might be coming into your awareness. And that doesn't mean, oh, you should lose weight, join a gym. That's not really what this is saying for you guys. This is just saying moving is really going to help you process what's coming and move through this transformation sooner. Moving in that chrysalis to be able to break it open and emerge as the beautiful butterfly. That's what I'm seeing. So then with the Ariel card, it says here, new psychic and spiritual experiences are changing the way you view the world and yourself. Allow your spiritual gifts to open through study, prayer, and meditation. And absolutely, I think for many of you, this transformation you're going through has very dark night of the soul energy, pairing it up with that King of Cups. Very dark night of the soul, or maybe you've just hit a low patch where you're really tapping into that more spiritual side, asking your guides and angels for help, and in return they are helping more of your beautiful spiritual gifts come online, and you're being more open to owning these gifts and using these gifts and helping other people with these gifts. It's really beautiful. But there are it says new psychic and spiritual experiences that are happening. So maybe you're just seeing orbs, or maybe you are, one person, I was in this Schumann Resonance group on Facebook, was talking about how they were looking at the clock, and I don't remember the exact time that they looked at it, but I'll just say it was at 1:24 p.m. They looked at the clock at 1:24 p.m. and then they did a couple of things, and they looked at the clock again, and it was 1:22. They're like, how did time go backwards? What is happening? What is going on? So there may be something like that Spirit is doing to really get your attention, to really let you know that you are a spiritual being having this human experience, and that there are spiritual gifts waiting for you to claim as your own so that you can utilize them and really improve your life. And it's going to have to do with you transforming your life for the better. Absolutely. So then with the Spring card, we have the potential for awakening. This is that spiritual awakening card. In the spring, everything that was sound asleep through the winter is starting to come alive. It's starting to wake back up. Think of the bear in the cave. After hibernation, they wake up and they are hungry and they are looking for some food. So maybe you guys, with the bear, that just popped into my head. There are no bears on here, but I'm being reminded of a bear. So that might be one of your spirit animals, or it may have some symbolism that you want to look into. You can Google bear spirit animal and get some additional guidance from your guides and angels about what that will mean for you. But then I'm seeing Archangel Michael holding a big thing of flowers, and there are tons of flowers on this spring card. So flower symbolism, flower signs are really going to be important. Maybe you find a random silk flower in a drawer and you're like, where did this come from? Or you're seeing flower patterns and prints, and they're just, again, a reminder that whatever it is you're going through, on the other side of that transformation is a bright new spring, a renewal, a new beginning, a new project that many of you may be really excited about as well. And so for someone, that might involve using flowers and resin, or making floral shaped jewelry, something to do with beauty and spring and nature and feminine energy is really what I'm picking up. But I think it's going to be different for each of you, so only take what resonates with that. So kind of to recap, we've got 2 4s on the board, we've got a 1 with this 28. So, those may be the numbers they're sending to you, and you can even look up additionally what those mean online if you'd like more information. The flower symbology, the fish, we've got the color yellow and flowers, and just reminding you that you can call on your guides and angels in any moment, in every moment, if you really need them. Keep calling on them, because they can step in and help and show you more signs and really help show you the way forward and help you persevere through the hard transformation that some of you are going through, to come out that beautiful butterfly and to have that renewal and that new beginning. So I think that's all I'm seeing for you, group number 3, but you will have to let me know below if you've already been seeing some of these signs, or if you're excited and on the lookout for them, and what you thought, and if it resonated. And as always, you guys, thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things, and I really truly do hope to see you back at the Den Creative. Alright, bye! Alright, group number 4, let's go ahead and find out what signs the universe is sending you, and just what the heck do these signs even mean. We're going to go ahead and start with your tarot card and get additional guidance from the oracle cards, and that is very hard to see. I do apologize, this is like black on black here, so it's really hard to tell, but we have here the 8 of Voices card, and this is the 8 of Swords. So if you're feeling stuck or bound, just know the signs that universe is sending you and your guides are sending you are letting you know that this feeling of feeling stuck and bound is coming to an end. You're gonna start believing in yourself, whereas before you were really feeling like you had no choice in the matter, or you just had really disempowered beliefs about especially your own self, or how much power you have in the world. Maybe you feel like, with the way that the world is, you're just this powerless little person who has no ability to, be sovereign and do what you want. But Spirit is reminding you that that's not the case. You're gonna start seeing beyond the illusion and taking off that blindfold and really seeing the truth of the matter. When you feel like there's no way out, you're gonna start feeling like, okay, I can untie these ties. I can take this blindfold off and really see the truth of the situation. And many of you, with the signs that we're talking about today, these signs are being sent to remind you that you are powerful and you have the control of your own life. You are co-creating your life. You are nobody's victim. You are nobody's fool. That's what I just heard. So let's go ahead and get some more guidance. Okay, I hope that looks okay. So we're just going to go ahead and get right into this. This is beautiful, and I absolutely love what we have here. So right below our 8 of Swords, 8 of Voices, this is the card for me that is like the main message besides this here. And we have the Nature and Gaia card. It says, respect the beauty of your body as you respect Mother Earth. Remain connected to nature. You are being protected. So grounding is going to be very important for you guys with this Earth and Nature card. Getting out in nature, realizing that you can gain your sovereign power back through connecting with nature, because nature, even though a lot of people think, well, nature's been taken over by humans and, nature has no say, Mother Earth has no say, but that's not true. Mother Earth decides when she wants something and how she wants it. She's got more power than many people believe, even though she looks like she's been raped and pillaged and, just totally decimated in certain areas. Mother Nature's got a trick up her sleeve. She's got connection to the source of all that is, as do you, as do I, as do all the plants and animals and everything on this planet. And we are being reminded with this number 31, 3 plus 1 is 4, we have the support of Gaia, of nature, of our guides, our angels, the universe. And what's beautiful, we have a 4 here with the Gaia card, and we also have a 44 with the environment card. So just like group 3, you guys are receiving the number 44 or the number 4 or the number 444. You're going to be seeing it on license plates, on billboards as a time of day, 4:44 p.m., 4:44 a.m. And right as I said, 4:44 a.m., you guys may be waking up and looking at the clock in the middle of the night, and it's going to be a repeating number like 222, 333, 444. You're going to be reminded that Spirit has your back, and they are working with you and through you to make your life better. Because when your life is made better, the lives of everyone around you are made better as well. And we have, it says here, the environment. So you guys are going to be wanting to get out in nature more, no matter if it's got snow on the ground or it's spring or summer or fall, it doesn't really matter. You guys still feel this need, this almost obsession to connect to nature. And if for some weird reason it's just not possible, maybe it's the dead of winter and you're living in an apartment in a city and finding any scrap of nature is just really difficult, I'm sure wherever you are, you can find a tree. A tree is something, of course, that has roots that go deep into the ground. So you can put your bare hands on a tree and connect with the tree and in effect be able to connect with nature, with the earth, with Gaia herself. And then it's really interesting here. We also have the obsidian card, grounding and shielding and the void. That's what obsidian is. So Spirit may be sending you a piece of obsidian. Maybe you find a piece of obsidian on the ground, or you're in a crystal shop and you are directed directly to the obsidian when maybe it wasn't even something you were specifically looking for. But if you already have obsidian, it might be a good idea to carry this with you in your pocket and just have it on your person, because it's going to help you shield from negative energies. Because I feel like many of you guys with this 8 of Voices, and this is on a pretty grand scale, I feel like you feel almost helpless, like you can't protect yourself at times. But reminder, with the 444 and then the 444, that's reminding you have that support of your guides and your angels. And there's something you're trying to build in your life that you're starting over with, many of you, and you're building a solid foundation. When I see the number 444 or 44, I'm reminded of a square where there's 4 pillars and a very strong foundation being built. So you guys may be even looking into building a house. That might be what I'm really catching on for some of you, or wanting to in the future be able to build your own home. And you may want it to be of a more environmentally friendly building or material. So nature is going to be very important to you guys. So you may be seeing a lot of globe symbology, or blue and green. There is a lot of blue and green going on in your reading here already, but just really natural colors. But to me, blue and green represent the colors of the earth. So you may be seeing a lot of blue and green. And there's a sports team, I know for sure, one sports team, the Seattle Seahawks, have blue and green on their logo or their team colors. So you may be seeing a lot of Seattle Seahawks clothing, or people wearing jerseys or something like that. But green and blue are really going to be power colors for you. So that also tells me your heart chakra and your throat chakra, and even up into your third eye chakra, are going to be really active for you guys coming up. And the signs you're getting, because some of those, getting up into that third eye, you need to also be making sure you're grounding, especially if you're really connecting to higher intelligence and higher consciousness. You need to be able to ground yourself to avoid getting headaches or to avoid being burned out, because that high dimensional frequency can really take its toll on your body if you're ungrounded. So then here we have the number 27, spiritual partnership, and 2 plus 7 is 9. So again, this is very, very prevalent through all of the readings today. That end of a cycle and beginning of a new cycle is really prevalent. So there may be something you're ending. And for some of you with the spiritual partnership card, that could be you ending a long-term relationship, or maybe you had recently ended a long-term relationship. But I feel like this was your decision. This wasn't something that was, a surprise to you. If it was someone else breaking up with you, you already saw the writing on the wall. But I feel like for most of you, this is past energy. But this ending that you made with this relationship was paving a new path for a more spiritual partnership to come into your life. Or if you are already with someone and you're not looking to leave them anytime soon, this ending is a cycle within your relationship to where you're done trying to do things more of the mundane and 3D level, and you're looking for a more spiritual partnership with the two of you. Maybe you're connecting deeper, having deeper conversations, having spiritual experiences together. And that might have been like the loss of a loved one in the recent months. This isn't like a future loss of a loved one, so don't worry. This feels like a loss of a loved one either on your side of the family or on their side of the family that really brought the two of you closer, because you realize that life is short and you really want to let that person know that you love them and they want to let you know that they love you. But I think that's a specific message for just a couple of people. But right as I said that, I was really drawn to this color here, which reminds me of that copper of a penny. So you may be finding a lot of pennies, and these are from your crossed over loved ones. I think that's just so important for many of you guys to know that your crossed over loved ones are safe, they're healthy, they're protected, they're loved, and they're now helping guide you. They are now part of your beautiful spirit team, and they're so excited to help you navigate these waters of Mother Earth. They want to help, because with the Bridget card here, there is this urn, and she opens the lid of this urn, and there's this beautiful light shining through. So especially to those of you who have lost someone recently, just know that this crossed over loved one is reaching out to you as that guide to let you know they're okay, and they want to help you be okay as well. But with the Bridget card, it says, caution is warranted. Look deeper into this situation before proceeding further. So it almost feels to me like there's a decision that you were trying to make or you're thinking about making that you just need more information. And for someone, this may be some sort of health scare that you had gone through or are currently thinking about, a little ache or a pain on your body. And this is a sign. This is a sign Spirit is sending you, that the universe is sending you this little ache or pain or discoloration or like a funky mole on your arm or something. Spirit is sending that to you as a sign to get some medical attention or medical advice. And I don't feel like it's like a life or death type of thing, but it feels to me like Spirit is putting this into your awareness, this difficult time that you're having physically for some of you, as a way to get more information and to really start taking care of your body, because I feel many of you feeling so helpless. I think I just keep hearing, what's the point? What's the point? Spirit and the universe, they want you to start taking better care of yourself. And what I was getting that message about, everyone thinks that Mother Earth is so helpless because the humans have raped and pillaged and done all those things. You yourself may have felt thrown around and tossed to the waves by other people, much like Mother Earth probably feels pain of what the humans do to her. But as within, so without. So the fact that many of you are feeling really connected to Mother Earth and that mother energy is important at this time to really nurture yourself and to nurture others around you. And as I said, Mother, I looked upon this urn. So some of you and this is not future, so please don't get crazy, don't get scared. This is past energy coming in. So if you had lost your mother last year, last month, 4 decades ago, your mother's stepping forward to heal part of a relationship that felt very dysfunctional. That's the word that's coming. So if you had lost your mother, or if your mother's still around, there may be a dysfunctional way of operating in the relationship with your mother, that is being healed right now. And the best way to really start healing it is to ground, to connect with Mother Earth, because Mother Earth is the ultimate mother on this planet. And grounding to Mother Earth is going to help you heal dynamics within your relationship with your mother, whether she's still here or crossed over. So then here we have the Aurora card, and it says here, you are flying high right now, which may threaten others, but don't descend, because others will soon become inspired by your example. So even if you're still in this stuck energy and you're like, I'm not flying high whatsoever, this is saying coming up, you're really going to start soaring high above the clouds, and people are going to start feeling jealous or threatened. But don't come back down to their level to make them keep feeling safe. You keep flying high. You keep shining your light, because you are inspiring other people who are maybe still in this Eight of Swords energy to start doing the same, to claiming their power back. And as I'm thinking about claiming that power back, I'm being drawn to the yellow of this Lucid Dream card. And we have some butterflies here. And I'm not sure what's in her hand. Let me really look at this. Okay, so we've got caterpillars that have transformed into the butterfly, and there was some butterfly and transformation symbolism going on in group 3 as well. So if you want some additional information about that, you can also check out group 3. But I'm being drawn to that yellow of that solar plexus chakra, that you guys are really stepping back into your own power. Once you claim that power, there's no stopping you guys, because you're bringing your power back to you. And once someone is empowered, it takes a lot to break that person. And I don't feel like there's going to be any major things coming up that are going to break you. There just maybe some negative people coming in to try to rain on your parade, or to try to bring you back down to earth. But you know, you're grounding for yourself. You're very connected to earth. Even if you're flying high, you don't need someone else to bring you back down to earth. You've got that all on your own, is what I'm hearing. But with this lucid dreaming card, you may be having a lot of lucid dreams, and many of you may be utilizing this lucid dream state to actually connect with that crossed over loved one we were talking about. And of course, it doesn't just have to be a mother that's crossed over. This could be a grandmother, a grandfather, a friend, a brother, a sister, a dad, a child, whoever. It can be anybody. But you're getting this sense of awareness about your surroundings, where maybe you had that blindfold on. Now that you remove the blindfold, you're seeing the light, sometimes some of you for the first time in a very long time. So you can't make new changes in your life. You can't transform from that caterpillar into the butterfly without having an awareness of where you are, and then realizing where you want to go from there. You have to get nautical. That's what I just heard. Like, you have to get the compass out and really know what direction you're in. But you can't, you have to know where you're at before you can even know what direction to go in, is really what I'm seeing with that awareness that this lucid dream card is trying to tell you about. But opportunities is also another thing with this lucid dream card. There's a beautiful new opportunity that many of you already have on your radar, and Spirit is going to be sending you, you know, what we were talking about, pennies. They're going to be sending you the number 444 or the number 27 or the number 31 to really get your attention, to let you know that this is the opportunity you've been waiting for. This is your golden opportunity, is what I just heard, and this is very golden energy, very solar plexus energy, where you're claiming your power back and then realizing you can step into something new. But also, some of you may be finding random pebbles, because with this obsidian, it kind of reminds me of a rock as well. Random pebbles or rocks in your home or on your path. Maybe a really cool shaped rock on your path as you're taking a walk around the neighborhood. And this is a sign from Spirit, from the universe, that you are on the right path and to keep going. I just heard keep going. And this was like group 2, I believe. It was group number 1, about, you know, laying their burdens down. But the message was for those who were very close to finishing something. The message was, don't lay the burdens down and give up before the finish line. Keep going. And I'm hearing that with you guys as well. So there's something going on that you're trying, and I feel like it's something you really are struggling to get through. It's not something you're passionate about, but you're really struggling to get through it. Keep going, get through it, because there's a new beginning on the horizon. And for some of you, that could be going back to that breakup. Maybe you already realize for some of you that this relationship isn't going to work and you're going to have to be the one to break through and, make this thing end. So keep going, meaning keep being convicted in what it is that you know is right, and then follow through with that. So for some of you, this could look like that breakup that you ultimately know needs to happen. But for others of you, this could be just cycles within certain relationships in your life that you need to break through and get to the other side of. So I think that's all I'm seeing for you, but you guys will have to let me know below if you've been seeing some of these signs, and if you're excited about this, what this means for you, if it resonated and what you thought. And as always, you guys, thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things, and I really truly do hope to see you back at the Den Creative. All right, bye.